Kaya yung sa tinil takatuhan kanalchish. Kanaya kinakak tu as to yukatangi. Gal ya ate ayakak tu we hakena tutlishat ya hatachan kiyan. Aka awe gal has to yukatangi has to khitkak tu sa ach. Aka kakwashi galach jiwa. Shukwa ach hasank ya dua gal ililko. Shuku nach sati shak sani kik aya de sai. Eat hakal chish.
Shaksani Geek, Deshudach 1985. Aktuasagu, Yein at Kahwanigi, Aksistis. Aktawuyuk Hutchigawa, Yakunachlet Sain. Hat Yitain, Yagao. Yituasagu, Yisakuwa. Ya an hat kaududle Hedli at. Klesha Uchshake. Aktuasagu, Gudkat Wuskuwa. Shukhanach. Achta Sitkitakawa. East. Sha. Tauk ande. Awe kudzati. Agat hasjidach atusukuya. Yagao. Ya blanket ishtak ye de sagan. Dunkul at. Dujidach at wuskuya. Yuti. Teslan kukin khat ete. Tuusaku achuni kaj wuskuwa. Ha yagao gonna cheese. Ye you kaya sheka kande. Deshtuga hatati. Aya anka wuch anchat kauslechet ye jene. Yagako tlecha kogeyi. Chaye hat gusakenketach chachi. Hat shako jesach ka ish. Wednesday ka Sunday. Ya hat jikatanch chachde. Yagao. Ya anchat kau de chetli at. Gonna cheese. Yita was a go. Hako ashkushe. Dicken ka wuchyan tu yatan Juan. Yan nach yedlak. Yata. De du at katla tu one. Yagawa. Gonna cheese ye aktu yati. Achande ye kasheke. Dikan kawu ichkwa. Kay skach. Yanach yedlage. Ya akach hat kayi tini at. Ye away achtundatani yati yagi. Deshtuga hatati. Akawa uwa ya kunyachi yachyati. Shukhanach 1901 away achtla ich away aka kuwa ke. Achtlak yedu wasak. San tas away yewe dul case in $50 one blanket. Ye away khaslat zinin. Ajita wati. We $50 achtlak jit. Aka away achta outlet 1901. Clash yi dadi yach. Shakhsani. Achlu wukuk chak gwash. Chachat giwe ye khat wudu swat. Haga. Anytime you started. Haga. Ayatu dehi kanakch. I am watching what they're doing. 1908 away wuna achtla. Aka away yan akausane. Yuta yach. Black and yellow. All mine. East. Jitu wati. Dekwa khashakok. I know how to weave. Nakawe. Lich. East to ta. Huchawa. Shuka nakach outlatuwu. 1908. Porcupine Gold Mine. Play all summer away. Yan kaksane. Tlein kutan. Yauda wait ut. It's a slow job. Achu you lingit 2 years gaat aksane. Ye kach ye satin de lich ye. Yan ye would do $50. Dech. I got 220 and 110. Gold. Aka shukanach khana. Take good care of that money. Don't use it. Ye away you ought. Ye wu yat aka achchi ye wu ti ye we na hen ye de. Ye yi da di ka wu dana ya kanach lak. They spend it right away. Ha yesh good that nik. Ya ha ye kodzati dana. Stun you de tik kodach. Sla ya duneyi. Ajawa tsuhwa huni. Ach nacheni. I keep the money for 2, 3, 4 months. Ajawa ye dat lesh kanashkedech usti. Ach ishas ach atastidach at wuskuwa. Ajawa ya wuhane. Ha yagauku ach tudantani ach gahi ye yati. Cha aduch sayan gadlaki. Ya ye dachaneat. Kanai ak ye an kawuch yan tu yatan. Aya nach yidage. Ye awe ya deyu kawane ye we nachain. Tlak anach awe kodzati. Ganach te di yus du a saka hishas. Hasch awes au saha. Simpsian woman. Ye awe. Du sa yitlet du ka chat se chak. Ye awe du wasa. Ha you was tla. I remember the name. Ha you was tla jidakat was kuwa we first and tauk on. Kuchas a kausake we nachain. Chuyi data wua. They got it. Martha Willard got it, that blanket. First blanket from a Simpsian. Awe kuchas a kausake. Chas at hasati yi achawa. Hasag au shakuk. Yak awe dukani yan. Is outlatuwu ya uhan. Yan wa sha is outlatu. Achawe ye do a sock just caught blanket. Tletsu setka, tletsu huna, tletsu kuksa ye da dune. Only talk on. That's why they call it just caught blanket. Ha ye away ye to ye kukwati. I don't know why they lost the art. Wait, Simpsian koa. Tletlidat. I don't see somebody make it like that. Yagal koach tuwe yuke yitu uskuwu. Achagahi ye teach adutsa yawutlake. Ye owe.
Ganach chish. Yak echa. Chak. Eat khoa. Oh, mute the kach.
Shakhsani Keek, Deshu, 1985. Agakwa ye kwasane Ha'an kawude tunai datan. Lord, dekan kawu achsati. Gnashish ya tutat. Ach ye jeneye an kailach Tlein. At yagao ach sidis. Ach dat gaan kisani hast tu sa kwaltuo ja utat dag wa et hast du ja kuskeye tu ye inati Juan di kan kau jadak at sayan gadlaki ja ye dag ane at ye an kwa gut ach an kau plel kwa ja ushage achoni hat kwa dakshagugo ja utat ach kagachi yeti Eid Jesus say tunach. Amen.
Gan cheese. Cheetwo, Yishwa.
Lingi Keek, Pluck on 1985. Haa Tuwunáagu Yís, Pluck on Sisterhood, and the Cheesh, Adeachit Yidishiye, Yehunachetsatich Awe, Haa Tuwunáagu in Sisterhood Hatsatich, Yahana, and the Cheesh, Adeachit Yidishiye, Kaya. Wat kuwatini adusa yanachin ye adane kun ganashish cha uaya tle tuchwanuk plak at yanik ka is kus ye dach kane cha an Hastu Tuwunáagu with late kako kuchlatuwe at ya yidat the kan kawude tuchatan yan kadlak ya dech yagi uksayech iidesh tuga katiti the cut all of you girls ade achin ye jine ye Yahana ade achdayi tuwatiye yach achinye jine tlak on sisterhood gonna sheesh. Atsu?
Well, Tsuk,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yatsu ach na adi. Yakat ach datin. Ya ach skun one kijidach at. Ach jit wudua ach tundatani yeyati gun ha guakan.
well,
On dak kuk wagut ide stuga dati wa inach ya yidat ya yejine ach ji yewuti kagunal chish ach yat kusani ach dat chant kisani gunal chish uaya yich shakini ka wa jo hach ach ikatsku gunal chish adeach da yukriatangiye yahana tlachach tua ushku di anidach ku at hatlatu yek yat at ka jit wutu ti You away ada tuchtatan. Achaya yikshikin aksisti. Yidat kua achtu yike. Tlachwasa achtu uti. Tu a it wasa chatwuneyi. Ya khana. Gnatlish. The Kati Juan. Ye dayachaka. Adeach in ye ye kaya waitat ye gach dustini aktu ye ya dak usini ashak de we ye suchat unawu yuk yakana juch at the kat ye hunch ya you have the tongue Hach ye guch satinch. Suchat wunawu. Lach ach kade. Yisagwak ak. Yisagwak ak. Ye awe kwati. We achlik has adi. Ach inyak. Ayahayi. The cat get ani tukwanich ye guch satin. Ach tu ye ade etundatani uti ye. Yasit ka kwa aga yekeye picture bukstati waitat we nog geen zo yach scheisse ach ye dachne ye chawe we nog geen yatach hat yawaha hach yeksine Atu achtu wasaguya yahayitin akaye wuti ye awe gunachish.
Sheesh.
Kecha. Skaidu.
Donna Walk, Fairbanks, 1988. Yayidat achtwasagu chachdatane ha yadziyak awe ik aid wasiach layek wudu stage etunatani adayati su nistat awe eat achwantan yayidat yat nak ahasch tus tus aga et awe tu achtawasagu datani adat kledehin awe ye atwuti ya yidade yach yande awe ya kunanen we kuich ashlech shadat kudishi awe we ka klach ayu du tu yak ade yande ya at nanen ya awe du in cow du wanig du ant our good aga awe ye yau du zika I kelk awe wuna aga yan taudenuk Slikat ya du in ashech ayawuk Haa Tuwunáagu aga aya kaya goed uitleggen kaya goed uitleggen you aga awe ye yawak ha kadahan guk shadat kaudashid Kaudashide, Shadat, Kaydashide, on Shushugu, on Yadi Nanach. Ye aya ituwuti, Shlayeg would do stage. Achitidishi?
Sheik would do stage.
Would do stage. Yade yat ad, yak wachihi. Cha uaya, yade yiti yak awe wuti. Achawe we ziak. Kleshyan kai shi. Haa Tuwunáagu. Ha ya atshe. Cha chao tu shi. Cha ha edech iache. Haye aya ya she ke gach tu shi. Shunflihash. Hande ye na ye nak. Hande ye nak. Wusht yidenak. Hayashi Tuwunáagu. Yan kachwanige. Hayaka. Kaji yuch gukwakude. Kelk gusuwe Yak hagu kelk kelk. Ya yidat awe Tuwunáagu at kwek. Achitidishi?
At kaskaw schid. At chatlayeki.
At kaslayeki. Yashi. Oh, Sue. At kaslayeki. Yashi. Yan yeseneye kutia. Haish has adi. Hakanis adi. Klach aya. Slinget. Tuch is enugen. Yeyeti at kleka je kaudu kayitsa. Achashi. Ya yidat away Tuwunáagu at khwashla yehi yashi. Yashi. Ya ade ye jin yeneye ye. Ya had haskuatini ua ya slinget ani tut aya ya had kuyaude ha iye jene kwas ya slinget ye yinanach ku hayen Glikach e.g. kawu kai. Achwe kai kaji yuch kukwagut we ka. Aga we ke akwa akakwa shinuk we she. Yagut we nesh. Yach away ye yana cage. Ho. Chushyaide. Awus de date. Aga away ye yawaka. Gook. Yuchat kanai haukte. Yuchat kanai haukte. Kanai ha. Achitid dishi?
Kanai haukte.
Kanai haukte. Aya at gachtusle yidat. Chu uaya igenach yuch gokwagudi yach. Aya stuch dinuk kelk. Huchi aya chat. You ye chatiye. Gwashe wedu ach usakuka. Tsu yashi. Achawe ke gachtushi. Ke gachtushi de.
Okay, cheese.
Skip achi.
Ah,
Whew. Ye aya ach tuwúnaag ach ish has ach kanian hooch yes aya ye chad cawdia. A llift away tush yide cawdli shi. Gun a guakan tush ya yid a cawdishi. Is chat aya still?
ah,
Okay. Ye ya ya ka de heyday good yinauk de heyday. Gaat away you tank you away ya ya ka yashe away ada you ya tank ach away ya yidat at kashla ye wasa yat shadat ka shuwu yi chaye chayi wak shid aya hwahan ach ish has ach kaniyan zu ach at has sati ya ach kilt yat wugudi ye aya ach tu yati ye ya yidat away ach twa sigu tu adach ha datani ya zia wegan adwuda washi Tlesyan shach shlahik ya yidat ya ganach yeg wastak uch tagani anach awe wushu wes ya gagut weka ach satin awe du gede yanashiche weguj aga awe du tuwu yeti atuke aka wagech du unai aga awe cha ashten Tles ayu ayach utin Clay wegle tunach awe yagas hu we guj kua wanane sawe tu gune ush icht du yinade ayach ye Agustin awe du unai yanach outlets arc du unai aga awe agede yatk uagat wasa she iwane cha wasa she iwane aga awe she yadach audliat wushyatk audliat aga awe ausitin ach anach nashu du nach wes aga awe ye ayaw saka klilcha iu nei cha iideg wadashi aga awe du llitayi ach ke awati yan in at ke ayish awe wegleit kat awe uachech wes ye kuna llei ye yawjechech
igual, Juan.
we good aga we ach awati aga we ye adayaka ach cake wati cha achji yek wati khat kua kwan idashi ach owe yida ya du khat kill duati at owe cha haji yek wati Llach eich atunach haji ye wuti. Ya ganach yek watzak kutia. Yande gach tuti. Ya du uch at kiu dua yishi. Haji llachech yach nagati. Ye aya ach tu yati. Tsuya ach sani. Yachuts. Klakat ye de aya yida. Yagle kach eden at wusa ach. At sa ache. Aduch sa hastuin kaudun. Kaunige. Klakat at yachawe. Klingech wuseku. Wudashi ich wuduchu yachuts yak guden awe ye kuna hle ye de awe ach ish has awe sati chuts aga awe ye da ya du ka nuch ishan khat at chai ya kach achwagud. Aga oe chached us acht at ada yuch kachatangi at achsani has.
Wait.
Chached us acht Yeda yadu kai chatsu ach at chai at ya kach at chagud. Aga ahe kanak kliade awuda gut. Ya yidat awe yedu asaug. Guk yek da geik. Guk yek da geik. Ya yidat awe hached wusa ach. Zia gedach. Ade ade adayu chatusle atki ye. Ha chet wusa ach. Guk yek dageg you tu wasauk. Yachuds. Achwe yidat. Ya ada yu chai atki. Ach sani has. Klach yi kach awe ach tu dikit yas ein. Ya yidat awe chag asa at ayat yinti. Shlikat uhan awe kindachain yau du dechun. Kindachain yau tu dechun. Yi kach tuug hayadach awe yen shi ye aya adach tuati ye ganal chish.
Cheesh.
يا
Could you
كيف
gonna cheesh?
تخ أي وياتي شاكي أت يكاتي يشاكي كيا كوتي يا أوا يا كيخا قش قختلسا يا 6:45 قش 7:45 8:45 جاكوخسا أوا كوختي قختو دا قختلسا break time Atlangal Chishuhan. Achoa aya has to yukatangi, Kanachoi. Ye gay, ye deathly atsu, one canins. Has to nana, ye data way, you has kawal atkin. Kawak she yik. Wegao, Kanachoi, Tlein has ours kuun, Hayukatangi. Ha isatin, Gwatksaway, has kuta tea, has to clark, has to ish has. Tlachtlakudzi owe, has to yukatangi, hajiye tea. Gil cheesh, Keuchne, Kahoinak, Konachoi hajiti tea, ya, Hatlilko has yukatangi. Tokoneya kohi hiata, Adachoi, the kuig aya adach. Yata aya tsugach tutu. Shukwa ye dilitzin, yithoa gilchish.
Go wakan. Hey yauk dot day. Hey yauk dot day. Kaudia. We ha hudach. Do awe. Do ye atki kuditi. Achoe chush. Dak kade. Saudi ha do cake. Ade ya ajikla ha awe yash to what yeek yauk do in hint widik it nahai koa awe shwidzine aka awe ka iti she awe kadu she ka iti she you call wanak awe kanukuch koa we ade kaya duka ye cha kudach schnadli llei yach awe kanukuch yani awe yaka iti shiki aga awe kaudua woods we achlilk kadu aga awe ye yauduzika Tlein cha wasa yak pika ya ikik iticha yak echa achdade konei ya just dade awe kudi ho achawe du dade konei ye aat ade awe ke akawishi wishi ausiechi shi
Cheesh. Quake ish. Khuna. 1968. Ach tuas sagur ach tatani. Ach ish has. Ach aat has.
Awe.
Takayu yekutayin. Ya yidat. Ach khani has. Ach ish has. Ach aat has.
Awe.
Has kustiyen. Yi ish has. Yi yetkitsu has kustiyen. Ja, dat kiet ja naai. Ach ish.
Awe.
Ja, dat kacha tuka yis nuk. Klellawe ade nach tudzagiti ye kuste. Ja, yet ik hasati. Kaya edet chankian hasati. Ja, aat has. Stakat has. Chayu nach tuskiti qut aya. Aat das tutle aat. Has to walk ayusaku. Ye go walk a chance hajit ye ti.
Awe.
Ye aya.
Awe. Yek kwati.
Chish. Hasank it khoha.
Plus yek yadi.
Oh, ye yeti tade khatna.
Katye Huna, 1968. Ach Sunny Has, Awutsutleik, Ach Kaniyan,
Oh,
Awe.
Tuk Aya Tuwunáagu Yís Stanugu Tuk Kak Aya Kauk Wati Kauk Ishtu Yit Yadi Salkhan Goakan
hey,
Yakde Goakan
hey.
Yikani Aya Kauk Wati
Oh,
Akani Yit Yanayi
oh,
Katushutu
oh.
Yekani Kakwati
Hey,
Gusatan
hey.
Yedi Kakwati
Gonna chish ah.
Ade Yit Iki at Aya Ja or Ka Jidkladzi Yeti at Ka Quarsits Egwa Itinach Aya Hawuti Akakas Hin Ayu Gaudate Hin Yahin Yik Hin Aya Su Aya Kade Dak Ustanch Ya Tu Hin Yao Dayi away Ya Aus Tayik away Kaugadech Yahin Ya Kut away Shwat Shashawat Nuch Aga away Ya Tunda Tanch Kenelgast Ich Wood Ich Idach away Hin Yik away Ye Klahash Hin Yik Yatsinket Ani Kade away Tunda Tanch Ya Ek Tlein Kach Aya Ushash Atk Aya Aka Ayachta Teach
Hey, wusse achekanian.
Aka Ayachta Teach away Gunani Gunanye Teach Yerkayich Slave would ye got a tinde away Slave Yan Uhash Yan U yan has ayan you satitke nut ayan you satitke nut yok away ayit ya kawuk ayit ya kaudu hit ayan utanch utach away kadeya akdaganch utach ya akat audigani away adade ya gao ya gahuk ku ashkche ye wutiyik itach kaniyan cha adech siti
Gwn y cheese.
khat yi sekh chukanedi khat yi sekh achaya khatsu yi jis ye Skadenuk Khwahinak away Yayati.
Well.
Ya shinket anigek which din to shot yesu. Tles stood you to the tik uhan su naneyi ya yidat akat adaugani kwashe today huguk yadach kawadayi
Ye kwaticha.
sahuk naksati ya yijayis tuchtatan
Natisha.
yi saku yikaniyan yi atas
Gwn y cheese.
Gonna cheese.
ye aya yandegach yinach yi sanihas ades kunugu ye or ye kunach da yenin yitu da uchlitz ayi atk yachye has adane nujin ya iti Huksiti ayidat ye aya
Gwn y cheese.
kaniyan aksani husk siti
Well.
at husk siti
Well.
kaya aya ye gochtosenei het ade has yi dango dangwa na dang aneyi ayitin aya atut hasnak kagaktu ye aya
Yakaya hechit ach da she cake out do she dach a sheko a shot to kwan cake lits ach da she.
Ye aya. Ye aya.
Good cheese. Good cheese.
Cheese akisas.
Cheese.
Yakecha. Kwas ya deach cha adusa just ya yidat. Good yedi just day two wa echo a cake ich. Oh we kwas dech a kwas zuk cha adusa. Khasan ke it khoha.
Kiwach aus Teich Duakan, Kuna, 1968. Yi yadach kawada yi akakaya, ach lil yatki, ach kaneyan, ach ish has, ach at has.
Yedi. Oh we.
Awe.
Hasaya yat, wa yadahli at yachsaya natich. Hajich he kawdatan, cha ayis ku ye yanakakainen. Kaya kita aktuwut wutitlak. You ayach yati aktlak. Yande ashakuchtlahi. Aya yes.
Yedi. Ah.
Awe.
Yes yande ashakuchtlashi. Ik aya Juan lak.
Ye kwati.
Hastu ya Juan nasyak. Islil has ya Juan. We has yawanak. Hastu iti dak. Kutawa jay ak ya yidat. Yatki. Kas has.
Okay, Johan. Good cheese. Du eet gach tussen ach yidat. Let's Kasa. Yat. Yachke. Dewa. Llachonach gigea yuchatang. Achtuasagu kadena ya. Duqaidi sa achi kul tsuk. Adeawe yuqewatani. Qilak shaki at atunach awe dakwu de khunch. Ye owa adewe. Kunachawe. Shashaki. Chuoya shashaki gayati du yuqatangi. Kashasa ayanach yekugeye at. Joy still qatati hasakaushahit. Shukwa awa adati juwane khyokhne. Akawa ak du yuqatangi katlet ka yuqatangi. Khana kawaniktu. Na tla yudu saku Jesse Dalton. Dwi dachawe akaw tlachait. Khyokhne. Kaltu to ashku khakti au sanitsa. Kakti hinawe. Wat shukwa aya wushgate has with the at khwai nak khyokhne. Khyokhne chawait adati ye yuqe watan yata du yejine. Yewa ye awaka. Klashate yan qatlaqiya. Kaik kudakhladzi. Klashak qutlaq. Wash jik qatanak. Khwainak yakitlaq wuchina dati jakachtune. Yata shukwa yawatlaqi at Jalta katwe Lingitawe Katishid. Let Kak in a Hawe has Hakawanik. Tachanach Lekuzi at awe. Ge awach. Deo G you do a sock. Who await Achdein Tan. Huna dach. We you Katanka datawe woosh you oututla atkan. Hana Kawanik. Ag Hatwutian. We gao. Ya Pui Kaya Yawa he. Aka away. We itika yan with its a nay. Tlein hastu at owe kutzati. Yade Yahweh nadak, yade. Na kla, Yeshukwa nadak o eshu, owe, ayach, han, akakone aya, yawahi yata. Stekata the dat yuchewatan, stekatastu at uku, akakone yuchewatan with stekat, where na shata honey at that tsu, a joy has to sag owe, keha uwe ik. Awe ka honey, you do a sag, Rosita World, owe a kausha hit, way real to real teen. Awe khoach, hit kadach awe, sat, kaut at, woodle hots, ka aye wooteen, just joy a kausa hut, a ka awe has a kausha hit, where you a tongue. Kudzi at awe konach. Jack, Geoning.
Donald Una 1968. Achtua sigu chatsu kakwa tatani ach sanihas achathas a tlachwasa chatsu ishanden achtuyati a yach hat had kaudayaye a chuyi wakshi kwashadi at hayayi dat yachan dak uwa gut
Ik was Sani Has.
Stukat yede yeyi ngatinen ayuyu katangi nujin a yak idza yadu duku yat anhan
Oh, where?
tlachwasa yu kadangin adach ye at nagatinen kadu at has goed nagallegun yayi dataya at itinach hayati kayanach ashudehan yakat katye zuhu kakdu kuo sagwal du itit achji yewoti
Oh, where?
kayatlech yatiya
Gonna cheese.
yatlech yatiya chakagwal kagwal Tlein ya yewoti achish kit yana ya ye
Oh, where?
yak I kani dat kayanash ak jin.
Gunnar Cheesh.
Yaha ji ye yeti na tuchjaye. Yetula ishani kahutsu tsuyak.
Gunnar Cheesh.
Itudach ke agati
The cheese.
kayayidat wehu cha uaya chagwena yakach jiku da uwo ye ayachat zu achtuuyati achatas achatas
The cheese.
Gunnar Cheesh. Echa. Du itsa koha. Jadi echat nu. Chasank. Itke koha.
ish
Gonna cheese. Ach ish has. Ach kaneyan. Ye gaucha ye guat. Ach duwasagu. Ach quantatane. Yan ashauslahik. Yaha. Saj. Hatakwa. Lachait hasaha hawuti. Yaha hoog ye te ye. Yaha tla. Hakachani yachyati. Ach duwasagu yata. Khwasla yakba. Yaat wudawuti ye. Yasach. Ye tusla ishani. Aya an good.
Oh, Shak. Ke ikyata. Oh, where? Gunnar.
Saschan tu de an aya to good. Ye tusla a ishane.
Oh,
Ye yadanach. Kaudu atlugu an good.
cheese
Ye ish hasha ye tu de.
yeah
Gunnar Cheesh. Okay. Ha. Kakwa akyata kakwa shi. Takawe shukwa ai. Isakuga. Wash. Yatake.
chitwa
Okay. Oh, Cheetwu. Well, wait, I think we have all the recordings for this one.
oh cool
So we should probably take a short break and then I'll make sure that I've got them lined up. And I think this might take us to the end. So, gonna cheese you, hon.
Yeah.
Take 10, come back. Tlein gonna cheese, Sealaska Heritage Institute. Chak away. Dagun. Jin kat katek talk, shuahichen. Hasakausha yata, sheet kuk ye haswutian. Adachawe celebration includes a tea. Kagachta achoish the katastu yuch atungi. Atgachta sa ach tuyik hajiwa ya hastu yuch atungi. Kach atgawe shukwa ai. Ya du du yuch atungi.
Ja, das gaat toch. There was our cause. Als je kiest, ga je hier, ga je aan het paard. Niet jaren gaat toch. يلا خليت وقعدت قاس أشيكت أخ يا دميك يا دكيني أخذت خلقيا ستايا وشخصت الناقي كنت أعطيت ليا أيت نسيت قاعدي كاوس خاطر خزين الشيخ ياخد ناطخ إخكار هجوك وخشيكة دين الشيخ قاعد أشيد يوين تساقك خشيكة دين الشيخ يا يقف سكيك يا يدد يلا قوتا the neck. The cut the go to what? What's the put here? Darkness to one again. To your cargo on town to the Rakati to the to Canadi to the basic town to the Cadeta to Sada to put here. Until now, now it's the kids to hunt. And luck could do a few yet. You will go to your car at the Sayaki. At Hassas, you took stuff, heart that hand, heart in now table to look. At to 16. So go to your star, say out to Sicarius, you see there's got to see in. Heart that helps to see a car. At the area, that. So, yes, you have so high, yes, Casio. So what go account at the year, but the foot I'd like a go half, yes, that's right. Yeah, well, what do you say? Hi.
Yeah.
dat krijgt wat ja. Als de kies, de hoofdzaak, goed zo, ja, alles is heel dat zijn dan. Ah, dat krijgt wat ja. Gaat dan. Ja, ik ga ja, ik dacht. Als je hier krijgt wat je. Ga goed gaat het dan. Ja, dat is ja, zeg ze nou. Als je lang van dat is, ik dacht, ja, gewoon dat zie je, ik hou ze zien, ja. Ja, niet dat, bezig wat je, zoals je ziet, toch, het is zo, goed zo. Ja, als je niet bezig wat je. Hoi. Kende kan det gå fra det. Risiko. Kjør de henne i hånda til kvind. Og det skal velfærden til kakatan. Og klientene i ja. De var slik det går fra ned. Og så daggrunden kan ta og nok. Sett og passet til. Jeg ser. Det du så. Det kunne nok. أشوفتك للتخيكات قلت ته تخايف قلت ته آخرك إن تشولا ونعطود وسا سكوت قلت خل أي ذا قلت تقولي كاتسة يتشيشيك أيا قد خسرتيه يكو تيتا سيئتا سينا قسرية شكدا سيكتخف يأيتت هذا سيقتلا السكير كفت شو كان يدعى يكو تيا هذا سيقتال يسقونيكو أن يعطيوا يسقطيه سيقتخيش أشكوك عليه قسرية يا Hey! Go! You got to go to see you. But the president of the war. So, go!
Yan shakwatana ya takoa iti asandekak ya takaya kone yakwahi. So we'll wind it up here in terms of what we're listening to. The idea is to just recreate what it was like to be there, even though we don't have the visuals and we're not there, but we can just sort of listen to how all these things took place, and it'll lead us up to all these speeches going back and forth. But I think this is all part of the context, the cultural context of all of it. So the wrap-up discussion, thoughts, questions?
The music there. I'm not sure if everybody could hear it, but there was like at least 3 parts at one time, especially that last song. You could hear the males drifting down into that baritone space and then coming back up slightly up to the tenor space and then going back down to the baritone. And altos are kind of they'll separate and do this really tight, just a third chorus almost. You almost can't hear it because they're singing so close together, but definitely could hear those chords. I thought that was really cool.
Nice. Yeah, and I gotta mess around with the audio a little bit. I don't know if you're hearing from the speaker into this microphone. It's supposed to be like a direct line. It doesn't seem like it was working, so it might have been not the highest quality audio. I'll try and figure it out by next week, though.
Well, it's just amazing language, eh? I mean, it's so neat to hear how they speak, you know. Yeah, just language you just don't hear, eh? So
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah, yeah.
And just the flow of it, like you could tell, it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
it's just coming right out, right? Like
Yeah.
including like these, like so much of this stuff is so complicated, right? Like when
Yeah.
you're seeing this JIN at the end, you know, so now you know you've got like this habitual decessive thing, used to always be kind of a thing going. This qanukin, it's kind of like there's a set of these things that, let me pull them up real quick. Let's see, Gusa.
I'll just give you a quick one while you're looking for it, Kune, but Lingi ani ke in this world, which is not a way that I would have thought you would say that, eh? But it makes sense when somebody says it, eh? But it's
yeah, and there's at least 3 different ways. So they'll say Tlingit ani Tuwunáagu, which is people of the world, but literally means people inside the world. And they'll say Tlingit ani Ka, on the world.
yeah.
And then Tlingit ani Qeigh, which would be between the folds
Yeah.
of the world, right? His doggy wants to say hi. So here we've got these things. Let me zoom in. So there's some that I think we hear pretty regularly: Nietzsch and Nooch, Nooch, and you don't really hear that one very much, but Nietzsch and Nooch you hear all the time, and it's Nooch sometimes as well. Nugene or Nugene, Nigene. So Nooch is always, and then Nugene is always used to, and then you've got Neek or Nuke. Nuke, like if you pay attention to Donawak, you'll hear him say these ones. So it's like this thing, then this thing. And then you have Nukni, and you'll hear that one get used. And so it's like when this thing, this other thing. And then this one, Qanikun, or Qanukin is how I usually hear it. And when I first encountered that, I was like, what am I looking at? I thought it was like sitting, used to sit, but it just means like, so like these things, like when this thing happens, then this other thing is happening, right? So it's dependent on this one thing. So they're pretty wild. So like, and they're just throwing this stuff out there, right? Which is wild because it's like we study all this stuff in like advanced Tlingit, and it just seems just really almost impossible when you sort of look at it. And then you listen to someone like, oh yeah, they're doing all that stuff, which is great because like we do a listen through where you can dive back in and look at that stuff. And I'm putting links in on our class webpage and in the chat so you can download these recordings and listen to them. Let me let this dog out. Hold on.
Maybe while we're waiting, someone can help me with my questions. They're pretty basic.
Yes, here.
Oh,
I'll take it.
how do you, I want to know how to say, and if you could type it in chat, that'd be very helpful. I want to know how to say, how do you say blank? Like, how would I ask somebody in Tlingit? How do you say something, blank?
Is it like a name of something or a phrase?
Like, like if an object, I guess, or, okay, so that would be that would be different question. That would be different.
Yeah, so this would be like, what's it called? Which works
What's
for
it
like,
called?
what's this thing called? What's that thing called? So you could
So
say like,
yeah, I'll start with that one.
and so you could put where it says noun, you could put the English word for it. What's that do a sock? Table, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Sorry, I spoke Korean.
and wasak atuwaka, that's where you get the phrase.
Goede. In the interior, would that be like masa chaya? I thought I heard Keishi say masa chaya chaka.
Masak ayakaka is what am I going to say?
Oh.
And you will hear speakers say this, and this is usually them talking to themselves. But they could also, like, if you turn on your video camera or whatever, and you look at them, they say, "Masak ayakaka." What am I gonna say? Right? And so, like, inside scoop is when we were at Glacier Bay, and I would turn to some speakers and say, "Hey, you want to respond to this?" And they'd say, "Masak ayakaka." And then they give like this huge, amazing speech.
Oh, yeah, sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second one was similar, but it's what does blank mean? And yeah, I guess that's all kind of wrapped up in the first question. So I think you answered that already. My third question would be working with this Tlein on my Shinket board. Would it be better if I put English equivalent to October?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Like you could probably do.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
And
I did put the big moon or month of the big moon. Well, that's how I say it. I didn't write it down like that, but that's how I say it to the children. Which we have 3 that are picking up on it very well. It's really helping me teach them how to hold the L behind their teeth, which is pretty cool to watch them, like, analyze my mouth, and then just all of a sudden it pops out of their mouth. I'm like, man, you say it better than I do. Which is, yeah, pretty cool. And so Wasa Haa Tuwunáagu.
Katuwaka. It's like, how does a person say? And then you get a phrase. So, wasakatuwaka, wasakatuwaka. It's October, right? Or whatever your phrase is, right? Yep.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to apply for my final question. What I have written. My final question. I'm trying to practice as I'm learning. Wasa Haa Tuwunáagu. Thank you for letting me speak on your land. I've heard everyone say that Orange Shirt Day that was speaking, so I would like to know how to say that in Tlingit.
Yeah, so this is a really good question. So when you say like, thank you for this thing, there's kind of two general patterns. And the ones that I've heard is when you're thankful for some sort of noun, you can say awe, way, noun, right? So like, I'm thankful for the food. Right? So that's how you handle that one. But for the second one, if you're going to have a verb, this is going to be a sort of a multiple step process. And so what you're going to end up with is what we call a dependent clause. And so it's like, it's this, that, this other thing. And that verb has to go through some changes. So and it's really interesting because you'd say, ye ani cut. And like, to say like, you let me, you just say like, I'm thankful that I am speaking on your land is what you'd end up saying in Tlingit. Like you wouldn't have to have the allowed part on there or the permission part. There are ways to ask permission. We can go over that too. But so you'd say ye ani cut, and then that's the on your land part, and then we'll hop over to this verb database to just sort of show, like we were going over this, I think earlier, right? So we looked up this negative perfective. So we're going to go for a singular person to talk, which is ton. We're going to get a bunch of different things in here, and then we're going to find the one we're looking for. So ton does have 29 verbs, but I think there's about 10 different ton verb roots, but that's a conversation for another time. So then you see you have think, change one's mind, and we start just scrolling down, and we get speak to, so talking to someone. Not quite. Calling on the phone. Speak,
Make a
make a speech.
Oh,
And
sorry.
that's the one that we want to grab. So we're going to look at this. And it does show the negative perfective. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this one. Auch de tan. We're going to copy it. I'm going to go back to our document. And we're going to paste it. Right? So just kind of like with Tlingit, sometimes there's the logic of how the language works. Like, so I could say, I spoke on your land. Ye ani kat auch ditan. It happened. But if I wanted to say, I'm thankful for this or whatever, gunaschish is a verb. And so then you'd grab this one and you'd say, tech auch ditan. I didn't speak. But it doesn't matter what it means. All it matters is how it functions. You take a negative perfective, you add the relational suffix, then you've got the dependent form. So you'd say gunaschish ye ani kat auchtani. I'm thankful to have spoken on your land. And the last step, you could say teshke wa sa uti ye ani kat tani. What is that one? There's our katika to go home. Or stay home. Go to bed. Teshke wasa uti ye ani kat kakwatani.
Can I speak on your land?
So that teshke wasa uti, that's the permission form.
Ah.
And then usually you'll have it in the future because it's going to happen, right?
So one question before we all go to bed. If you are giving thanks to Akakwan, Kataku Kwan, would you use it in the same way? Gunachi shi ane kat Chasteichani.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, so we go back to here. We're gonna go look up go fishing for a verb here. And so we go down and we get, oops, I always get that one. Whoa, where am I going?
That is not dinner.
It's eich, right?
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. So then we're going to go down and we're going to find the negative perfective. Ach was eich. And then we're going to add the I. It's usually an I. Sometimes it's a U. There's a whole bunch of rules that, but that all makes sense about how to put this suffix on there. And it's the opposite of the tone before it. Gunchish yi'ani cut. And you can say kach. Kach would work nice then because you're kind of cruising around when you're fishing. Ach was echi. I'm thankful to have fished on your land. Helke wasa oti yi'ani kat. And then here you're going to just grab this. Ach was echi. Would it be okay if I fished on your land?
Wagon cheese.
Helke wasa oti tatayi de kwaguti. It's okay if I go to bed?
Gook.
I got
Pucha.
more things to do.
Pucha,
But this
right?
is good stuff, everybody. Excellent work. It takes a lot to just keep yourself in it. But the more you do it, the easier it gets with a couple of question marks.
Day Nilsa.
Kakwaak.
Just quickly, I was just wondering, for when they were talking in the David Kadashan, he was saying imitate, I will imitate all of these people. In like the Thicket mindset, does that mean something else? Or does that mean like, I was just a bit confused by that part.
So this one is really wild because years ago there was a big fight on the internet about this phrase, and it was really wild. I was in it. It was really wild. I maybe understand where the person was coming from, but then all their friends were trying to like argue with. It was very dramatic, but it started by saying like we don't imitate our ancestors. We are our ancestors. I'm sick of hearing people say we imitate our ancestors. I was just trying to. I said I think in a real respectful way. I said, yeah, this actually comes from our language. Like these are phrases that we use, and there's a lot of reasons why we use them. But if you really study how they talk about the ancestors, there's a lot of times they just say them, or it's so implied. It's like we respect them so much, we hardly even say like who we're talking about. It's really interesting. So what you have is a kaya is to resemble something. And so when you say a kaya, resembling it, yegachtusene, we're going to do it. That's when you put them together though. Like one time I was sitting with Nora Dowenhauer and we're trying to come up with names for a dance group. I said, what about Akaya Yegachtusene? And she's like, yes, that's what we do. That is what, and she got so excited. And so like, there are some of these phrases where like, it's so culturally important that you can't even translate it word for word. It just doesn't, it just means like, we are just going to, we're going to do it resembling it. That's like literally what the translation would be. But it just pushes it over into this cultural realm where it's like, that means we're going to imitate our ancestors. And a lot of that has to do with, there's a lot of sort of folks who aren't Tlingit who think every generation is better than the one before it. Like we're just continually improving. And Tlingit, it seems like you're always thinking like, how do we achieve this wonderful state that the people had in the ancient times? And it comes down to stuff like that, I think.
Tlein ganashchi.
Yeah, Skaidu, I'm glad you asked that question because I'm always thinking, what does this really mean?
Right.
And the problem with imitate is that it's English. I mean, it doesn't mean imitate, you know, it's Tlingit.
Yeah. Because if you go through, there's other times where they're saying, I think it's at yach yach. I'm going to make it represent, it's going to represent something else.
Mhm.
And that's really pushing it. And they push things really hard into metaphor and simile. And we'll see how they do that. So like, yeah. And so feel free to like highlight points that you want to sort of look at. And that's what we'll use these sort of wind down sessions for, to kind of like emerge from the depths of the ocean and decompress with some good questions. So.
If I may, really quick, I kind of understand where their angst may come from, I guess, maybe, because I've heard that phrase before. I understood what you just said. And what I see a lot of times, and I'm not trying to be offensive or try to argue, I'm just kind of saying this is what I thought when I heard the phrase, yeah, let's go. Dr. Watt. Is sometimes people get really serious about the culture, but only the aspects that they want to draw out of it. The things that are difficult, they skip over, and they sometimes don't think about, you know, the other aspects of people that get left behind, or people that are trying to live, actually imitate that. You know, the one I guess I have, because I'm single, is, you know, I hear still that we have this this, you know, gotta marry eagle, gotta marry raven. But I hear people that are married outside of the tribe still making that argument. And in my opinion, I'm like, you gave up. Only those who haven't given up yet can argue about that. Because if you want, I could argue about it, and it would put you on the spot with who you're with eventually, because you'd have to answer that. So anyway.
Okay, good sheesh. Yep, and we are in we're in the deep waters, so great job being in there. Yeah, in the days in between classes, feel free to like look at things, circle things that you have questions about, because like we do spend probably most of our time just reading it or listening to it, which is what we should be doing. But then there's parts that we want to sort of really examine. So I want to know how that works so I could use it. We've certainly got time for that too.
Not too bad.
Sorry,
Sheesh.
one last question. We're able to use bits and pieces of these to create our own speeches, right?
Yes, and so you're certainly drawing from them. I do it all the time.
Okay.
And then if you really start pulling out big chunks, then you just sort of say who you heard it from.
Okay.
And then you could say "Chaya chaya," and you just throw it right in there, right? And you'll see them doing that too. They'll talk about people who said things, and especially for us. And then you can also sort of build off of this. This becomes a framework for you to build it, and it especially becomes really like going back to like clan opposites and stuff. Like King Geesty used David Katzig used Thomas Young's story. So like he alludes to this story of this sea lion and a ptarmigan, and then David Katzig, he told us that story, and that's his father's people, is Qanachtidi. So all these things are related, and so yeah, you're not plagiarizing when you use the words of our ancestors, because they gave them to us. And so yeah, if you and also if you look, one of the things that has happened, I don't want to offend anybody, but sometimes our speeches are getting very simplified. Like we're just saying the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's like, you look at this, they were doing this. So keep in mind, all of this stuff that we're reading and seeing, there's not a piece of paper in front of them. There's nothing written on their arm. Like this is all, you listen to someone and then you stand up and say something back. And Nora really stressed that. She's like, no notes, they didn't sit there with a piece of paper. They would just listen. and then they would think of these things, and that because we'll see later, especially in this part, when they start going back and forth at each other and continuing to talk about things that they were talking about. And that's what we're pushing for, so that we can do that with each other and we can do that with other people, because you really don't see that very much anymore. We saw some of it this summer, for sure. And so that's our goal, is to get to that point. Okay, for the next real quick thing. See you later.
See
I
ya.
jokes. I'm the one who made it 3-hour class. My phone. Okay. Cheese.
Cheese.